This is Demystified along with the group Brainstormers. Today we will present hormonal and menstrual cycle. Okay? So menstrual cycle are the cyclic changes that takes place during active reproduction in female during its active reproductive period. Okay? It includes three stages. There is menstrual phase, first which lasts about first to 5th day, then proliferative state lasts about 2 to 14 days, and secondary phase which is about 15 to 28 days. Okay? The hormonal action will be represented by color.
The hormonal regulation of menstrual cycle is done by hypothalamus and pituitary. The hormones are gonadotropic releasing hormone, luteinizing hormone, and follicle stimulating hormone. In proliferative phase, the follicle stimulating hormone is released from the pituitary and acts on the follicles which are present in ovary. It causes the folliculogenesis. The granulosa cells present in the follicles secrete estrogen and inhibin. They both give negative feedback to follicle stimulating hormone, which prevents the further growth of 10 to 15 follicles, which are start to grow at the time of proliferative phase.
I will describe the proliferative phase. The extent of this period is about 6 to 14 days of the menstrual cycle. The hormone responsible is estrogen. Okay? So changes takes place both in ovary and endometrium. In the endometrium, by the menstruation of the previous cycle, the thickening of the endometrial lining is about 1 mm. Then, at the end of the proliferative phase, the thickening becomes 3 to 4 mm thick, which is represented in our model by the inflation of the bag. Okay. Then angiogenesis starts, and blood vessels shows up, and the endometrial glands grow again. Okay. Next, it will be discussed by.
In secretory phase, the main hormone responsible is progesterone. It is secreted by the corpus luteum, which is formed by the degenerated parts of Graafian follicle.
Secondary phase expect from the 15th day of the menstrual cycle to 28th day of the menstrual cycle. The two main characteristics of this phase is the corkscrew-shaped glands and the increased vascularity of the endometrium. The primary hormone responsible for this phase is the progesterone. The progesterone influences the mucous glands of the endometrium to secrete the viscous fluid containing the glycogen, proteins, and lipids. It also promotes the angiogenesis of the endometrium so that there occurs the further coiling and spiraling of the blood vessels in the endometrium, and this leads to increased vascularity and the blood supply of the endometrium. Due to this, the further stratum functionalis thickens to 5 to 6 mm. Also, in this phase, there occurs the formation of cervical mucus plug. And if there does not occur the fertilization of the ovum, and the menstrual phase starts.
The main hormone responsible for the menstrual phase are the lack of progesterone and estrogen.
Menstrual phase is basically the shedding of the stratum from the menstrual phase is basically the shedding of the endometrial lining, specifically the stratum functionalis. The extent of this period is first to 5th day. If the fertilization does not occur, no HCG will be released. So therefore, progesterone won't be stimulated, and it will be rapid fall in the level of progesterone. Progesterone is responsible for the vasoconstriction and vasodilation of the blood vessels. So if the progesterone level is decreased, there will be no vasodilation and constriction of the blood vessel, which will lead to spasm in the arteries, and the blood will rush into the capillaries so fast so that the capillaries will get ruptured, and the blood will start accumulating in the layer which is stratum functionalis. So due to the accumulation, there will be no sufficient oxygen and nutrients supplied to the